Hey guys, welcome to the Clean Cuisine. Today I'm going to show you an easy recipe for sweet potato cakes. So I've got an assortment of sweet potatoes and yams here, oriental yams, sweet potatoes. I just washed them quickly, pricked them with a fork, and now I'm going to wrap each individual one in aluminum foil. You want to wrap them tightly. And notice I also lined my sheet pan with aluminum foil. That's because no matter how tight you wrap these little suckers, the little residual sugar will seep out, and it is a pain in the butt to get off your sheet pan. So I'm all about simplicity, guys. No cleanup time and as simple prep as possible. So here we go, wrapping them all. Throw them on the sheet pan. You're going to preheat your oven at 400 degrees, and we're going to throw them in anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. And we do want them done a little bit more than what you would normally eat them if you were just going to eat them as like a baked potato. Notice the sugar like I mentioned on the sheet pan. So I'm just going to show you, this is what they look like afterwards after I've let them cool. Let them cool, otherwise you're going to burn your pretty little fingers on the steam. And then I'm just going to kind of show you with this little sweet potato here on the side just how soft it is. And you want to put them in the aluminum foil because it kind of helps to steam them, and you'll notice the skin's a little wrinkly. That will make it that much easier to peel these things. So I'm just going to slice it right down the middle of each one. You can notice some of the skin's already coming right off. And this is just going to give me a start on peeling them. So just slice each one down, and then I just take one at a time, and sometimes you'll get the whole piece of skin off in one go. Other times you just got to peel a little bit more. Don't feel like you need to get every single piece of skin off. Please feel free to leave some on. It's not going to affect your dish at all. So yep, as I put them in the bowl, I'm just going to break them up a little bit. They're going to be super soft, so they're another reason you want to kind of bake them to this sort of softness is that when you go to mash them, it just makes it that much easier as well. If you are doing the Whole30, guys, which is what I'm doing this month, this is an excellent recipe if you are kind of in an egg rut. You notice if you've done one before or you've heard people talk about it, you get kind of sick of eggs after a while. This is a great breakfast, and I'll give you some options as far as making them either savory or sweet. But either way, they are delicious, and they go great with, you can put a fried egg over them or just serve it with some fresh fruit. It's really, really yummy and satisfying. So we've got all this in a bowl. All you gotta do is throw that piece of aluminum foil away on your sheet pan and you're done. So I'm just kind of mashing them up with my hands. Now to this I have added, and this is per 4 sweet potatoes, what I'm gonna describe to you guys. I've got 8 in there because I made a double batch so I can make some extra and freeze. But per 4 sweet potatoes you're gonna add 1 egg, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. That's it. So I'm going to grab my potato masher. Very inexpensive. Find those at any store. And I'm just going to mash away. And you see how easy it is because they're so tender from being steamed in the aluminum foil. So we are mashing and mixing and mashing and mixing. While I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you guys, you can also, I mentioned earlier, this recipe is so versatile. If you guys prefer a more savory sweet potato, because for me, I love to add butter, cinnamon, and a little bit of salt. But some people like it a little more savory. So you can add, in place of the cinnamon, go ahead and add about a teaspoon or 2 of a spice blend that you like. For example, like a good Italian seasoning blend. If you prefer them even sweeter, which some may like, these sweet potatoes are pretty sweet amongst, just for themselves. But if you want a little bit of a sweeter kind of treat, go ahead and add like a half to a full ripe mashed banana. It's delicious. Okay, so I've got my pan on medium-high, guys. I'm going to use my cast iron skillet, and I'm just going to put a clarified butter down that just helps to make the outside of the potato cakes crispy, and I just love butter. So we're gonna move it around the pan, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use a ice cream scoop. Again, if you don't have one of these, pretty inexpensive at the store. This kind of stuff will just help you with making things uniform, and to me it makes it a whole lot easier just to plop it down. And I'll use the back of the excuse me, the ice cream scoop to just kind of push it down a little bit, make it a little bit flatter. If you have a bigger cast iron pan, you could do more, but mine accommodates about 3. I could probably do 4, but I did 3 just to illustrate here. And then you're going to let these guys go for between 2 and 3 minutes per side, just depending on how hot your stove is. But again, mine's on a medium, with the cast iron probably more of a medium heat. So after about 2.5 minutes, I'm just going to flip them, give them a light press, and then let them go for another 2 to 3 minutes on the other side. Treating them just like pancakes. And then after that, guys, you are finished. All you got to do is, like I said, add some fresh fruit. If you want to put a fried egg on top of these, if you're doing more of a savory dish, that is super yummy. But for now, since I left mine a little sweeter with the cinnamon, I just added some sliced almonds and some fresh fruit with another little dash of cinnamon. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe for more simple, easy dishes the whole family will love.